Hello YouTube. Thank you again for tuning back into the channel. For today's video, we're going to be going over Albedo, the new Geo 5-star character that got released last week. I want to say I am convinced and I am a full believer that Albedo is honestly better doing off-screen, or you could say off-field damage, better than a full DPS or main DPS Albedo. The reason why is if we look at his talents here, right off the bat, his elemental skill, Solar Isotoma, basically deals 25% more damage to any of the enemies that are below 50%. So this is a scaling damage talent right here. If you look at his burst talent, the only thing it really does is that it increases elemental mastery for all party members for 125 for 10 seconds, right? But the main scaling is that this Solar Isotoma, the Transcendent Blossom, is basically scales with defense, right? So defense is a stat that we've all been kind of really avoiding other than Noel if you are building Noel. As much as I wanted to believe those that want to build as a main DPS or main carry, after this testing, I'm completely converted to the Transcendent Blossom defense build for Albedo. Ultimately, not only does it require low investment for a 3-star weapon that's actually much cheaper to invest and ascend than a 4-star or 5-star weapon, as well as defense substats that we are all been avoiding. So unfortunately, Albedo is just one of those characters now in the game where he does weird hybrid scaling. If you build him straight up attack and crit damage and attack for main carry, you're going to lose out on his big DPS for his Transcendent Blossom that's basically doing off-screen damage. But if you go straight up for all full defense build, you're basically losing out the skill damage and his elemental burst. So just looking at that, just understanding that, it sounds like, no, then maybe I should just build him attack, right? But the thing about Albedo is that his Transcendent Blossom here basically stands for 30 seconds onto the field, procs every 2 seconds. And while it's doing damage every 2 seconds, anything that hits the enemy, whether it be an elemental reaction, drop damage, or just hitting the enemies in general, is going to proc this Transcendent Blossom. And because defense substat is basically something that we've all been avoiding, you could now utilize that and put it onto Albedo. Truth is, you rather put that defense onto Albedo, and then you rather put that full attack, high investment scaling onto a main DPS like a Ching, Dulak, Klee, or even like Venti, you know, it still works. Or like even Ningguang, if you're talking about the 4-piece artifact Petra set that increases geo damage, right? You rather just put that onto Ningguang instead, and Ningguang could probably do way more damage as a 4-star than Albedo can. So my talents isn't high. I don't feel like putting more talents and using these talent materials onto him is worth it at the moment. I think he is performing perfectly well as is. I think I might want to just hold on to these and then see if another character comes out that can utilize that. Then I would probably put it on them over Albedo right now, especially these talents book. I'm still holding on to them. I'm not burning them all immediately. All my characters are still doing pretty good. So if I find a true favorite character, I would rather spend these materials onto them rather than Albedo right now. All right, as far as artifacts go, I would definitely recommend 2-piece Noblesse and 2-piece Petra. You could go 4-piece Petra if you get some nice defense rolls and crit chance and crit damage onto these sets. If I had a choice where I get to keep all my substats and just replace the sets onto that, I would definitely go with a 4-piece Petra. Again, to utilize the extra gain of the geo damage, as well as use this unique 35% elemental damage based on the crystallized shield that you pick up. So again, some people don't like it because it's random, it's not consistent, but again, it's unique, right? Why not utilize it? Like if you run a Noblesse set, it's already good enough on the team, but imagine if you could add more damage onto it and then they all stack together, right? But you can't stack 2 Noblesse set, right? So if I had the choice to like farm for perfect substats, defense, crit chance, crit damage, and everything all in Albedo, I would still run with 4-piece Petra. 2-piece Petra and 2-piece Noblesse is the second choice. That you're utilizing all the damage that he really brings out to the table with his geo damage scaling, as well as additional damage for that big burst. And then the third build that I'm going to basically show of what I'm running right now on my Albedo is the 4-piece Noblesse set. So while I'm running Albedo on the field, sometimes when Venti's ult, I'm waiting for a perfect moment. You can just spam Albedo's burst utilizing the Noblesse set that he has, as well as using his burst talent to give the party members 125 mastery. So there will be no downtime, as in he just in there, he's gonna summon his Transcendent Blossom, Isotoma. We're gonna be doing off-screen damage, swap him out. Once he gets his burst, he's just gonna spam that, proc all those Transcendent Blossoms and everything, and then as well as proc the Noblest set. So he really is my support DPS right now. He is not going to be my main DPS or main DPS on the team. I just feel that with the scaling that he has, it's just better on somebody else. So best in slot should be the Harbinger of Dawn. Second choice would be Festering Desire. And then for Black Sword, again, if you don't have the Harbinger of Dawn or you don't feel like using Festering Desire, you have a Black Sword ready, you want to run it longer in the field, and if that's all that you have, Black Sword is a good choice. You want energy recharge. I don't recommend Sacrificial Sword given his Solar Isotoma is only 4-second cooldown. You would rather run Favonius Sword for that insane Elemental Party energy regen. And as far as 5-star weapon go, use whichever one you have. All of them are super good with high attack base. They all have different scaling and stuff like that. Use whatever you gotta have. Like, I wouldn't use Skyward Blade on him. I would definitely keep Skyward Blade on a Bennett. Bennett could use that high energy recharge and high base attack for his scaling for his burst. So I would rather keep the sword on Bennett, and then I would rather just put him on Summon Shaper or Aquila Fofona if I was to use a 5-star for him for the attack burst build. All right, so that's enough of me talking already. If you watched this far into the video, you should pretty much understand what he does and what he can bring to the field. Again, all his constellations are screaming, use Solar Isotoma, stack it up, do more damage with it. You know, like, do plunge damage, you know, utilize his elevator. You know, even C6, his Solar Isotoma is going to do more damage, right? Like, this character is screaming to, hey, use me. Utilize this. So it gives you that option to play him as an off-screen or off-field character. You should really utilize him like a support DPS official that summons odds out. So that's enough of me yapping. I'm going to let you enjoy the rest of this video. Please comment down below what you think. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know how you are building your Albedo, and I'd love to hear that from you. But as always, thank you again for tuning back to this channel. I will see you guys next time, and Happy New Year's, everyone. Peace.
I'm just enough to make you smile, and you need me to hold you close, and all your fears that you dream of will disappear and flutter on. Whoa, hold on just a little. We'll meet right here in the middle ground is where we'll stay. Just look on, and I'll look down, and all your fears have run aground. Then you said, all I ever wanted was to love like this. All I ever needed was to feel like something more than a closed door flat on the floor. I can offer so much more. All I ever wanted was to feel at ease. All I ever needed was to get up off my feet. 'Cause I believe in love. Hold on just a little. to hold you close, and all your fears that you dream of will disappear and flutter on. Whoa, hold on just a little. We'll meet right here in the middle ground is where we'll stand. Let go of the riddle, 'cause you'll find life is a riddle that we're not meant to understand. Hold on, stop. Hold on, stop. Just look on, and I'll look down, and all your fears have run aground. Then you said, all I ever wanted was to love like this. All I ever needed was to feel like something more than a closed door flat on the floor. I can offer so much more. All I ever wanted was to feel at ease. All I ever needed was to get up off my feet. 'Cause I believe